I've got something came up, and I want to be here for tonight, but it's gonna start a little bit later. We're gonna get it going around 9 p.m. tonight. Stay tuned. It depends on whether or not I'm in the studio. Something kind of came up and altered my schedule in a good way. Something I want to check out this Friday. So I wanted to postpone my 6 o'clock stream. We weren't getting many viewers at that hour anyway. Everybody started coming in much later. Yesterday's stream was awful. I mean, from a streaming perspective, I don't know if I was just exhausted. Had the kids all week. Actually, my wife and I had the kids all week, and she works during the day, I work in the evenings, and so the switch off is sometimes I gotta help out. We gotta help out with the dinner, and all the other stuff, and the kids' homework and stuff like that, and so. Yeah, tonight's like a little dance that we're going to, a little for the kids. So wanted to be there with them. Don't want to miss those moments. So that to me is way more important than streaming, and I can always get to the studio and make up for time that was lost. Saturday morning might be a thing. I know we were getting some viewership in Saturday mornings, and that was cool hearing that go on. But as far as family is concerned, family comes first, as as I say, or as many will say as well. But yeah. So, let me. As you can hear, that is my. I don't. You can't hear it right now. There you go. That's my music, in the background, and I like to play it as I'm talking. But yeah, tonight's gonna be around 9 p.m. We'll start streaming. I wanted to come on here and go live right now just to let you know. And yeah, and like I said last night, we got something down. We got this thing going. We got 4 takes here. We want to just go through of this bass riff that I came up with. That honestly took me forever. I was just so tired. I didn't even really play anything. The sticks kept flying out of my hand when I was playing the drums yesterday. It was just a very low energy day, and I apologize for that, but it's going to be like that sometimes when we're songwriting and you don't want to be in the studio and you're forcing yourself to just get in here despite your energy levels, despite what you went through during the day, despite what I feel the right moment is. The right moment is never the right moment. The right moment is when you get in here, or at least when I get in here and start just brainstorming. Yesterday was kind of that. It was brainstorming, finding notes on the frets. I mean, I've been playing guitar and bass for a long time now, but still am a note finder to say the least. I've got so much stuff out there. You'd think I was a classical composer with some of the stuff I put out there, and that's just me listening and finding the right melodies and the right sounds that will accompany the arrangement. And so with that, that was kind of last night. And if those of you who know how it is when you're writing, and some of you are very well trained, classically trained, if that, where you can find notes and you can come up with stuff and improvise. And then some of you who know that end of things may have a hard time on the emotional front, trying to dig out songs from your raw feelings and stuff like that. I'm a dig out stuff from my raw feelings. I look within and try to bring it all out. I'm, pretty emotional on that level. Life experiences. So many of these songs that you're hearing that I've written, they encompass much of my life experiences. Like the song you're hearing right now is Eyes Wide Open. and it's a piece about that I wrote for a journalist who was documenting or following basically a Marine group, infantry unit or recon unit, one of the two, maybe a MARSOC unit, and they were, rescuing hostages on a ship that was taken over, and they didn't kill anybody. They got in and out of there within 3 hours, saved everybody on the ship, and all the pirates were arrested. Nobody was killed. Whereas with the movie that you saw, I think with Tom Hanks, where they had the SEALs come and rescue those hostages from that ship, they killed so many people, and it took them like 48 hours to try to figure out a plan. So there was a difference between the Marines and the SEALs on that front, but not much difference probably in the general fighting and planning. But yeah, so that's what that piece was written for. It didn't quite materialize into maybe, I don't know if it just didn't get the funding it needed, whatnot. It was a documentary, but maybe it will resurface again. I'm not sure. But I wrote this piece just for that within a week or so, had it out. I wanted to mix like, rock with electronica, with classical. And even when I'm writing music, it's always very cinematic, essentially, because I'm really into scores, and I really like video games and movies. I listen like to the scores that, like Mass Effect 3, which I should be streaming here soon, one of these days. I think I'm going to end up streaming that. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I don't want to take up the live stream. I know there's plenty of other people right now doing some amazing stuff. And do I even have... I got one person actually viewing right now, which is cool, but we're building up. We're building up. A few more years of this, and I'm certain my fan base or whatever followers will grow in time. I'm not too worried about it. I will be worried in a year if there's only one person watching, but I've seen some pretty crappy music played on here and people love it. So I'm not saying my music's crappy at all. I'm just saying there's a lot going on, and it's just going to take some time and attention, and once I catch so many people's attention and start producing more stuff rapidly. I know the last song we put on here was Polypropylene, and we played it over and over and over again, and didn't really mix up with other songs to give the stream some color. Essentially, I just played many takes of the drums, which were all really decent in the eyes of the streamer, but I'm gonna try some different formulas this time, to where I'm mixing, where I'm songwriting, where I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, but I really don't want to multitask. I don't like multitasking. I want to focus on one thing at a time, and so it's kind of counterproductive for the stream when you look at it that way. But from a songwriting, song production perspective, focusing on one song at a time, and then, or two songs at a time, and going back and forth once you're done mixing one, or you had enough ear, like exposure to your ears on a rock song, and then want to take it down a notch with an acoustic song, or just me performing acoustically and singing. My strong suit is my vocals, so if any of you out there looking for a collaborator on the vocal front, don't be afraid to send me a message and hit me up on that. So yeah, I would, and if it's something I obviously agree with. I mean, it can't be anything controversial, something that I'm not gonna, that I may not believe in, or something like so. vocals for general music artists, musicians, most of the time everybody's just writing really good stuff, and it's not too it's not gonna make me not want to do it. So I'm pretty open-minded and open to your collaboration requests if that is possible, and if you'll ever want to do one. I'm a countertenor, my vocal range, and yeah, and I can throw in some guitar, what have you, other instruments, but just know I'm not a professional drummer. I'm a drum player, I'm a musician, I'm a professional recording artist. You know, I like being in the studio and I like working in here. I can do it forever. So but yeah, I've got duties right now, so I'm shirking on them. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up that the stream again will be tonight at around 9 p.m. okay, and we'll just do some quick late night stuff, maybe some songwriting, maybe some performing, maybe even some mixing. I don't think we're gonna go back to polypropylene or Mama Told Johnny. I think those two songs are ready to be mixed and mastered, and I think they're just about done on the mixing front. So the mastering end, I might not, I might stream that portion, but you've heard the song so many times, I don't know if it's appropriate or not. But we'll play it by ear. And on that note, I'll let you guys know when I'll be on tonight. If it's not 9, it's gonna be somewhere around then. But thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you soon tonight. Take care now.